Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Dhritika Nath, an artist, instructor, a mother and a brand educator for Winsor & Newton. Many of you already know me, and to the people who are joining me for the first time, I have an Instagram account by the name watercolor.illustration.letter. Most of my artworks are displayed over there. So what are we doing today? We are going to paint a very small, beautiful sunset painting where a girl is dancing in the air. That's what we are going to do, and you just need very few basic supplies: a small A5 size paper, then you need just two brushes, size 8 and size 2. Along with it, I will keep two tape handy. One is an 1/2 inch tape and another is even way more smaller than that, somewhere around 6 mm, so you can keep that. A pencil, eraser, or you can keep a kneadable eraser, and very few basic colors. You need your Payne's gray, then your yellow ochre, or if you have Naples yellow, some red, cobalt blue, and that's it. We are going to start with our painting now. And here I am going ahead and marking my horizon line first. The horizon line is usually the line that I love to mark whenever I am doing a painting which has any kind of seascape. Along with that, I did mark a bit of a beach where I want to show exactly the sand. I would go ahead and start with my yellow ochre, or you can even use Naples yellow, whichever you are more comfortable, or whatever is available on your palette. Go ahead and add a bit of red into it. That would be great to show the sunset. In case you do not have the red or you do not have any other option, go with the yellow ochre and blue. I would just apply some water and just blend my colors with the top area. Go ahead with some more Naples yellow, as I feel this color has become more bright and I want to actually tone it down a bit compared to what I actually need for my painting. Go ahead and add some more water as you observe it. Once I add more and more water, my colors will become more dilute. I'm going ahead with my watercolors, and if I'm applying my wet color on dry surface, it is wet on dry method that I am doing. I'm adding some of my cobalt blue with my Payne's gray. The color that I have is way more darker than I do expect. That's one of the reason I would go ahead and add more of cobalt hue compared to the Payne's gray that I am having on my paper right now. Go ahead and keep blending the colors. You can also use your tissue to pick up the colors. I always keep a tissue really handy for myself whenever I need to pick up the colors or take off any extra paints from my brushes. This really comes very handy to me. I am continuously adding some amount of colors to my sky area. I do need to keep in mind that colors of blue and sometimes even yellow ochre gives a green, but the green that you get is not that dirty green. Hence, you do not need to worry much while you apply your colors. Go ahead and apply some more Payne's gray and then blend the colors well. Whenever you are blending the colors, you might feel that I will get a bit of a green, but that's absolutely fine. Once your paper dries off completely, it will not be seen. As you understand, watercolors will give you one shade lighter compared to what you currently observe on your paper. So if it's a saturated version, you will get one shade lighter once the paper is dried off completely. I am picking up some of the colors right now with the help of my brush. As my paper is wet, I would go ahead and even apply some amount of my Naples yellow again. Once Naples yellow is done, I would start with a bit of brown, or else you can even mix some amount of Payne's gray and Naples yellow and get a color that is similar to the one that you observe right now. After you add this color, try to make small and beautiful clouds towards the horizon line of the painting. I am keeping the other parts of the painting empty, that is majorly my sky area. The rest of the area near the horizon, I am going ahead and adding a bit of my brown and the mix, or else, as I have told you, you can even add your Payne's gray. In case your Payne's gray has a bit of blue in it, go ahead with some amount of brown and your Payne's gray. That would actually help you to have a good color which you right now observe for the sky. As we progress, we have to paint the water. Here the water painting is very simple. I would like to use the white of the paper while I paint my water. Along the horizon line, I would like to keep the yellow ochre more, or else you can also go ahead with your Naples yellow. Naples yellow usually has two shades. One is the lighter shade of Naples yellow and another is the Naples yellow deep. I am currently using the Naples yellow deep. Go ahead and add a bit of colors towards the edge as you observe me adding it near the beach while we go towards the bottom of the painting. Everywhere I am not adding the Naples yellow because I would be adding the blue. The blue is majorly your Payne's gray along with some amount of your cobalt blue, or else you can also go ahead with the current Payne's gray and the brown that you observe. This is a pretty easy and simple painting that any beginner can also do. Only one thing that you need to keep in mind is that your paper is wet for a longer period of time. It can only happen if you are using a 300 GSM paper. So I would request you to use a 300 GSM paper as you want to add more and more lines for showing the sea area. Go ahead and start adding the colors. I'm using my size 2 brush to add the colors as I see that the colors are moving a lot, hence a smaller brush will be of way more use compared to a bigger round brush. So add some more lines. At some point in time you need to even alter the saturation of the color. Towards the horizon I would add the darker values. While I am coming towards the bottom, again I would go ahead and add some more darker values. Few thinner lines here and there. Once that is done, your painting is close to being completed. You can either leave your painting at this stage once you paint the beach, or else go ahead and paint your dancing girl on the beach. I would love to add the dancing girl on the beach, so I would just add the darker value. First mix the color, go ahead and add some Payne's gray with the help of your thick brush that you have. I'm using a size 8 Escoda versatile brush. You can go ahead and use any other brush that is available with you. There is no hard and fast rule to use these brushes which I am going ahead and using, as I am painting for a longer period of time. Hence all my brushes are artist grade and they are very expensive. But when you are starting out, I would request you to go ahead and first develop your hobby. Slowly and steadily add on to your brushes and the paints which you want for your further and final paintings. Once you have completed adding these lines, it's time to let your paper dry off completely before we go ahead and start adding our lady who is dancing. The dancing lady would be a very easy and quick one. I have fast forwarded a bit because I did not want you guys to be just with me for a longer period of time. I wanted you to finish it off quickly. You can of course adjust the speed of the video. It is just 2x speed that I have adjusted for the drawing as well as painting of the lady. Hence go ahead and just see that you get this kind of figure first. Just make these lines before you go ahead and add more depth and you actually paint the whole of the lady who is dancing. So go ahead and do this outline. Once you have this outline with you, I think it would be really easy for you to add more depth, as well as the lines will become way more easier to be added. You can just go along with the drawing and then paint your lady. I would be using my Payne's gray and the dark brown to paint my lady, or else you can go ahead with even black if you do not have these colors for painting your lady. She is dancing in the air. I can seriously feel it. The amount of joy she has while she's on the beach is completely amazing. I would be using my size 2 Escoda Perla brush for adding the colors. This is one of the most beautiful brushes which I own, as this can hold a lot of pigment as well as have a very sharp tip. So go ahead and use any brush that is available, but this one is preferred one for my painting. Once it is done, go ahead and let your paper dry off. Have a look at your final painting and then remove the tape at an angle. While you remove the tape, always remove it at an angle, or else you might be in a position to rip off your paper. To everyone who have joined me in this painting today, I hope you have enjoyed it. Do list me down any suggestions that you have. I do give my full tutorials on Patreon, so join me there every month. There are about 4 to 5 tutorials and live sessions that we conduct. Hence, I would be waiting for you over there.